Good morning. It is Tuesday. All right, my husband's going over the garden again for me, and it's gonna look nice. It's gonna be good. I'm trying to keep the weeds. I got my plastic cut, and I'll put a piece of plastic through here in between the rows. Everything I do, keep these weeds out because they are tremendous, very tremendous. And it's got a vine in here that stretches from over here all the way to over here. And I have been pulling it and pulling it and pulling it. It just is terrible. But it's a vine, and you know, I think the more you pick it, the more you pull it out, eventually it'll go away, I hope. It doesn't seem like it's so bad, but you know, we get these nettles all over. And a lot of it's from the field, but that's okay. I'm hoping my Pelosi will grow back. It's supposed to, but it looks like, yes, I think that might be it, I hope. I'm not for sure what it looks like, but I have some growing in the hut that way because I found lots of caterpillars for the butterflies. And so because I'm going to take them off, put them in my tent this year, and makes a lot of beautiful butterflies. My thornless blackberry bush is looking pretty healthy and good. And my new strawberries, not all of them came up, but that's okay because strawberries, you know, the strawberries, they will make vines and vine out and make new plants, so that's fine. And eventually I'll have them put in here. The ones here don't look too bad. These are the ones that I brought from home that we loved. And a lot of them didn't come up, but that's okay. Once they start spreading, I'll start putting more in these holes. And this is to help keep the weeds out. But look at, they still have weeds. I still gotta pull, but not as bad, not as much. So this one, these are the everberries, and so I had bought a couple packs of them when we first moved here, and then again last year I got some. But I'm so anxious for these new ones, the Seascape. They're supposed to be spring, summer, and fall. They just keep making strawberries, so I'm very excited about that. I had my rhubarb plant covered with the styrofoam, and it grew up to the top. So we're going to see if this works for me this year. It's to push it. It's a forcer, a way to force to get you nice, long, big, yummy rhubarb. So I'm going to try it. I did get some more rhubarb seed because you can only do this every 3 years. So I'm going to make more, and I'm going to do that way. I can do one this year, and then one the next year, and next year it'll take like 3 years or so to get it going to where I can do this every 3 years, and by then, or not being able to garden, and that scares me. I don't like the idea of me not being able to garden, but there are some things I cannot do, and that's lifting. I can't lift more than like 10 pounds without suffering. So that's just getting old, and my back isn't good and all that, but boy, I am gardening as much as I can and as good as I can. You know, if things die, I reseed it. No big deal. I got my little hut here. It stays warm and cozy for them. I do have a couple things I need to do. I need to put these in bigger pots. This is the Salanova lettuces. And I need to separate these and put them in pots too, so they can grow better. Because I don't know what this is. It's pretty. My white mums are doing great. And I have bell peppers in there. I have my cherry tomatoes here. They're doing good in this pot. It takes them a while. It takes them a few days. So, but these mums, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right now, I would love to get some of the colored ones, the pink shades. I got my kale going. I probably ought to, pretty soon, when they get a little bigger, I'll put them in bigger pots. Or put them out in the landscape. Because they're it's supposed to be a pretty kale. So, and my hibiscuses are all coming up except for these two. Trying to get them going. But that's okay. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11 that I can give away. But it'll probably be more like, because I want to keep a couple. I'm going to put 2 more up on the front. Yes, these are growing on next to the roots, so I can cut these all the way back, and they are hardy as long as you cover them with a bucket or some sorts. And I just put leaves around them and put the bucket over it for the winter and tie it down with landscape staples. All right, I need to go throw this chicken poo on the garden and get rid of it. Then I can put my magical organic compost plus manure in it. And it's a 5-5-5. A lot of times when you plant stuff, you want like the numbers to be pretty much the same. So anyway, looks good out here. Looks like I could just go hoe it up a little bit and get my onions in. I'm going to start carrots, radishes, or spinach, and lettuce, and arugula. I'm going to go put my tomato cages up so I don't go past where I need the tomatoes. I want them in the full sun, growing beautiful, and that's a great place for them. So anyway, I see a couple weeds I got to pull out of there, not too many. I can pull out real easy and get busy with it. And I wanted to try to make my lines straight. My husband's done that pretty well, I think. So anyway, happy, excited. I get to go plant and direct seed in the garden. And then maybe tomorrow I'll direct seed my zinnias in the cut flower garden. And I think I have a couple other things I want to put in there. It'll be mainly zinnias, dahlias, and my ranunculus is slowly coming up. But, well, let's just go take a look around. I got my velvet shield, what is it? Persian shield put in. I can never remember the name. Uh-oh. You want to go with Mommy? Come on, let's go to the garden, Lucy. You want to go this way to the garden? There you go. Oh, I took my cup of coffee in here. I'll be right back. There it is. By the tomatoes. I don't know how many bell peppers I'm going to have this year, but I got 2 growing right now. bell peppers, and I've got some started here on this side. It'll take a few days. We'll see. I hope they can come up. And then this was growing a weed. And I have a couple of these, and I'm going to keep these inside until the winds die down, and then I'll go out and plant them. And if it's a really bad year, and there's my roses that we did yesterday. Let's see, there's 6 in there and 10 in there, so 16. But I put two seeds in one pot. We'll see how they do. You're supposed to direct seed. You can direct seed or do them indoors or outdoors. So I was happy I could do them indoors because of our weather. It gets kind of nasty with the wind. So, a lot to do today. A lot to do. I'll be wore out. I may have to take a nap. I need to go edit so I can catch you guys up. But anyway, let's go take a look. You know what? I went out there for my coffee cup and I didn't even take it. What's wrong with me? I seen this little short reel and it showed a guy, a husband probably. This is what, this is my wife going to work. And she comes in and out, forgetting this and that. She came in and out about 10 times. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Because I do. I go in and out like 5 times anyway. So it's like, okay, I forgot my coffee. Oh, I need my clippers. My clippers are inside. I gotta go get them. Oh, I better wear my boots instead of my shoes. Oh, I got this in there. I better get it out of here. Just, And I think I'm going to leave these. I am going to put some hot peppers in. I like growing them because they grow so easy. They're like the nicest plant in the whole thing. These yellow ones are just not doing very good. These are not popping back up like they should. Don't know. I just need to get it to where see if I can revive it or not. So, but it's so windy. So windy right now. All right. My wonderful husband taking good care of me. Okay, let's go do this. I have marigolds coming up in the pots. They're just little seedlings. Little seedlings. They should be pretty. And this didn't do so well this year. It's so pretty when it comes out. This little barberry. And it's not thorny. So I'm thinking this is kind of the new stuff. I'm thinking just cut this down and let them reflush here. If this wasn't so, I don't know, way out there, I'd leave it. But I think it would be pretty if it's all the same size. So we'll see. Talk to my husband about that. He's better about knowing things. And there's my pennies. And look at this. I noticed this last night. I need some more dirt back in here. But we can't put too much because this has to flow water. Be a trench for the water to run out. So I don't know if anything's coming up yet. I've been keeping it watered. I don't see anything coming up yet, so we'll see. Except for the weeds. The weeds, they're always good at growing. I have some columbine that I put in last year that are about to bloom back here on this side of the tree. Let's see, I had some real tall ones, see? She got some buds on there. And I got one that wants to come out real quick. Yeah, these are the tall ones, supposed to be tall. But it might take another year for them to, when they mature. And then they'll spread. They will spread. This is like a phlox, and that's why I kind of left it here, because it is kind of pretty when it booms out. And then when it's gone, I pull them out, and then they just grow back next year. It's kind of a weed slash pretty weed flower, but it spreads. My lilies are looking good. I gotta get the dandelions out of here. I need to water them. They need some water. I'll have to do that today. Then out here I have some, I don't see any hoof prints. I think that deer be gone is good, doing good. Okay. There's a ranunculus. There's I think that's a ranunculus. That's a ranunculus. That is, I don't know how they're gonna do in this one and that one. I just couldn't see paying $50 for them this year. I may go ahead and buy a couple packs next year. But this year it was just, wow. And these look like they got buds on them, so they should bloom. But I need to water too. Need some water. And my coneflowers. I should have some perennial gazanias coming out. But this, oh, they get back here. Look how nice that dirt is. This looks like really nice. That's what happens when you leave your dahlia. It just crumbles all up. That's why we gotta take them in. They're back here. They went through here. But that's all right. Once some zinnias start picking up, I'll put it on heavy. And then a lot of times they just don't mess with them. Oh, I should have been watering this. It's got sprouts though. It's got sprouts right here. Should pull the grass from around it and see if I can't get it to go better. I need some more. I did put fertilizer on it, but I think I need a little more. All right. Let's see if there's anything in the mailbox. Nope. Okie doke. There we go. Here's our UPS man, yay. All right, you guys, I'll see you in a minute. Start planting my potatoes, or not potatoes, I got them planted. My onions. I'm gonna start with just the regular old yellow onions. And then I just have edibles, red onion sets, and that will go there. I'm just hoeing up this and a little bit, and I am going straight with the line against my hoe like that, and just follow it all the way down. I hope it's straight. All right. Trying to get out the vines and the weeds as I go along. All right. I hope it's pretty straight. You think so, Lucy? Yeah, looks pretty good, I think. All right. They'll grow whether it is or not. So, first you open up the package. Try not to let it fly away. And it says, dig a hole to the depth required. Set bulbs firmly in place, pointed ends up, which means, let me get this off of here. All right. And opening the onions is a little bit of a chore. They're already growing in the package. Okay, see, nice. Nice, and even if they feel mushy, you go ahead and put them in there, they grow. So these are the root ends. You can tell it's got little tiny roots that are all dried up. And you just put them in here, push them down in there. Start at the top. I don't know how far this will go with the line, but push it in there like that, and then I'll come back and cover them. I go about 6 to 8 inches. That's just me. It says easy to grow, so hopefully so. Stick them down in there so they don't fly away in the wind, if you have wind like I do. 6 to 8 inches apart, kind of how I do it. And then I go back and cover them up, put some water on them, and let them grow. All right, you guys, I'm gonna speed you up. I put them all in. You press them down so they stay until you can get them covered. I had a few extras, and I just came back and I just stuck them in between the ones that were pretty far apart. So, you know, I wanted to do them all. I didn't want any sitting around. And so now I'm going to go with the red ones. Well, I'm going to cover this up first. Cover it up. And that's pretty easy. I'm gonna have to get me some pop-up bags. I lost them in the winds. 2 of them. 2 pop-up bags that I lost that the wind took, and can't find them anywhere. And I try to put, you know, not too many clumps over them. They'll grow anyway, but it's nice to have a little bit of dirt that isn't clotted. This one is a lot better than it has been. Every year it gets better. So, and this year we're putting that compost with manure in it. And eventually it'll be like my my garden back home. Nice and plush and pretty. On to the next one. I'll get the hose out and do it when whoops. I'll do them when I do these. I'll water them down real good. And it's supposed to rain this weekend too, but you can't always know for sure. All right, here I go with the reds. It's just the same thing. Open the package, if you can. I tell you what, every year I get weaker and weaker. It's really ridiculous. French drawn, and it's time to put some red onions in. Love red onions, they're the best. All right, here we go.